Hello friends, it is another week. It is the 4th of September. I decided to start another vlog and see how that goes. I think that last time it went pretty well, and I have missed vlogging and updating stuff from week to week-ish, and so that is my plan for now. I'm just briefly going to let you know what I'm currently working on so that you can get an idea of what I've been reading so far this month. First up, I started on Witnessing Death by J.D. Robb. I am listening to that in my car, and it's so strange because, as I've mentioned, one of my reasons for not having picked it up, I really wanted to get back to the series, and I've wanted to get back to that series for such a long time, but I'm so used to reading in a faster speed, or listening to audios in a faster speed, that I was worried I was going to get bored and not focus on the audio, because it speaks in like 1.0 speed, which is where the narrators, they have actually been taught to speak slower than you would normally. So it goes really slow, and I didn't think that this was so bad back then because I was used to listening to the normal speed, but right now, it is really challenging, but I'm enjoying it. I think it's so much fun. I've had so many laugh out loud moments, so I'm happy I picked it up, but it's taking me a while to get anywhere. I'm 2.5 hours into the book out of 11 hours, so I'm definitely going to be finishing it this month, even if I don't only have a couple of about 45 minutes on a work day. Every time I go in my car to drive somewhere, it will be recording or whatever, playing, so it's fine. And I'm enjoying it, as I said. I think it's a fun one. It's we follow Eve Dallas. Is this, I've talked about it before. You all know the In Death series is following this detective called Eve Dallas. It's set in, I think, 2045, maybe a little bit later. I think it started in 2045, so I'm not exactly sure. It hasn't mentioned a year, I think. But Eve and Rourke. Eve is married to this millionaire guy called Rourke, and she goes to the theater with Rourke one day, and it's a mystery sort of murder play. But what happens is there's actually a murder going on stage, obviously. Someone has replaced the stage knife with a real knife, and then ends up killing off the main character of that plot. I think it's sort of a Shakespearean play or something like that. I'm not actually sure about it. However, this obviously, Eve gets into the investigation, and things go on from there, and I'm having so much fun with it. Yeah, so that's one book I'm currently working on. I am still I'm still chipping away at Rise of Empire by Michael J. Sullivan. I don't know, I haven't listened very much this week, but I am on page 637. I think I've listened to like another 75 pages or something since last update or something like that. But I am going to be listening to some of that in just a second, or a couple of minutes, and then I'm also listening to 4 Past Midnight, because I'm only listening to Witnessing Death in the car. I have been listening to 4 Past Midnight at work when I was working, or when I was, yeah. So that is by Stephen King. It's a sort of a short story collection of 4 novellas. It is 930 pages, so it's a really chunky one so far, and I've only listened to an hour and a half of it, and it's 17 hours long, I think. So there's definitely a long way to go, and so far I don't have an opinion about it. The physical book that I'm currently working on is the Danish fantasy book called Dronningens Erindringer, or The Queen's Memories. The series is called Memoryland, Minlandet, and which is apparently a place that this main character is going towards. The thing is, in this universe, in order to do magic, you have to sacrifice a memory. The more difficult the magical spell is, the more important a memory you're going to have to sacrifice. And so it's very interesting so far. I'm 55%, 5 pages in only, so I've only read the first couple of chapters, but it's definitely interesting. And our main character is now on the way to this place called Memory Land, which is where she's able to recollect some memories that has been lost. And because there's someone claiming they know something about them that they don't know about. And yeah, very interesting. So those are the books that I'm currently working on. And right now I'm on my way to start getting cleaning, doing some cleaning of my house. It's needed. I'm going to start out with the kitchen and my coffee maker, coffee espresso machine, and then go to the bathroom, and I have to put on a batch of laundry. Actually, that's probably the first thing I'm gonna do. And then I am going to fold some laundry. I have some laundry over here at my couch. And then I'm gonna have to mow the lawn again. So I have to do some yard work, and then tomorrow I'll do the rest of the house, because I don't want to do the floors and stuff when I have to mow the lawn, because I have to take the lawnmower through the house, because I don't have a way to get onto the backyard without going through the house. And so I've learned my lessons. Don't clean the floor before you're done with your garden work, because you're gonna gather grass roots and dirt and stuff through the house afterwards. And so if you've just cleaned your floors, then it's a little bit annoying that you spend so much time cleaning that and then having grass on the floor again. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna plan on doing now, and then we'll see. I also have to show you some things that I've bought, but I have to go by my library. There's a reservation that came in, and I'm gonna pick that up at some point today, hopefully after I've cleaned, and then I can show you my other library loans that I picked up the other day, and we'll sort of do a clip together and then show you a little bit else. So yeah, anyway, this is my update for now. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi guys, I'm back, and I have another update. I haven't read, yeah, I have read some. I don't know where I am though, but I wanted to check in again, because as I promised you, I would show you sort of library books that I've picked up over the last couple of days, and a couple of other things that I've picked up. Because the first things that I got is actually today. I just went and bought a new jacket. It's sort of a running jacket, out in active sort of jacket, but my reasons is that my summer coat jacket thing that I've been using all year, the zipper doesn't really work. So every time I try to zip it, it will go open from back down, and it won't really be closed, and I would have a difficult time actually taking it off again. So I've had to wear my coat without zipping it, and if it's raining or if it's a little chilly, that has been a bit difficult. But I didn't want to go and buy a brand new summer coat now, because it's the end of the season, and sort of wait until next year when the season gets going again, and I'll go and look for a new jacket then. But I have also don't have my current running jacket. I'm also having issues with my zipper. I can't really zip it. So I decided to go and buy one of these, also because if I do yard work and it's a little bit chilly outside, it's nice having this rather than a regular coat on. So, and if I go for a walk, or if I go for a run or something, I can use this as well. So it's really nice, and there's this pink on the inside to take like sweat stuff. Yeah, you know, it makes you breathe. And I bought it at this outlet store because they usually have it a bit cheaper than in regular stores, and I know that, but I didn't want to spend too much money right now when I can save a little. So, and I like this brand, Endurance is just what it's called, and I have cycling pants and cycling jackets in this brand, and they work really well, so happy about that. I also bought 2 packets of new socks. I was really in dire need. I just also wanted some regular black ones, but they didn't have them unless it was men's sizes, and that was a little too much. But I mean, I like these. They are cute patterns and stuff on both of them, so nice. And then I just got 2 black undershirts. The other one's there. So just one regular to have under shirts, you know, because they're getting, the ones I have are getting holy. So 2 of those, and I think that was the sort of things that I bought. Then I went to the library to pick up some things. I also have this I just picked up now. So it was all, I didn't want to get too much because I don't know when I'm gonna get them, but I do have a couple of graphic things, so I can work on those pretty quickly. And I have 2 fantasies, so, and one of them I can listen to an audio probably, and the other one is really short. The first one I got was Heartstopper by Alice Oseman, which is the first volume in that series, Heartstopper. Everyone seems to rave about this series, so I was really curious about it. And when I saw they had it at the library, I was really excited because I didn't know they would have this, but looking forward to reading it. And there wasn't even a line. I mean, that it said that it wasn't in, but it came in like immediately. Okay, let's just start with the graphic works. In general, I also obviously got the next volume in Full Metal Alchemist, which is volume 22, 23, and 24. I'm getting really close to finishing up this series now. Looking forward to them. It's the second to last bind up. The thing is, up until volume 21 they were translated into Danish, but from then on they're all in English. But it's okay. It's just I had to get used to it last time because I've got used to the Danish words for things in this world, but it's fine. Then we have Saga volume 8. I need to catch up to the series, and I saw that I could get it from the library, so looking forward to it. I really enjoyed the series. I just haven't caught up to it yet. And then my 2 regular books. First up, we have the last book in the series, and that is this one. It's called Night Shadows, or Natskygge, which is the 3rd and final book in the Rosenholm trilogy, which I've worked on over the past couple of years since it started being released. It's by Gry Kappel Jensen, and it follows these girls on this boarding school with magic. And the last book here is really big. It's like, I feel like it might be 500 pages. It's almost 600, 598 pages. So it's definitely a chunky one. I didn't realize it was gonna be this big because the other ones have been around 300 pages each, 350 pages. But I'm looking forward to the end. The last book, the second book in this series, really ended on a cliffhanger, so I'm really looking forward to it. And I think I might try and squeeze it into my listening over the month, because I do like listening to these books. And the last and final book that I have is one short one that I can definitely try and squeeze in because it's really short. And it's the first book in the in the series Slay Kaisa. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's the battle in Kaisa. I don't know how to pronounce it. Which is called The Opening, and it's by Kenneth B. Anderson. This is his other fantasy series. I don't know what it's about. It says first part of this fantastic tale about the boy Frode. I can't not say that in Danish, but even if it sounds stupid, who is weak and deathly ill, and lies in his bed when a mysterious mist suddenly fills up his room. At once Frode is now in a weird land, and before long he's taking part in a deathly battle between the evil and the good powers. Okay, cool. It sounds a little bit like Brothers Lionheart, but with a Kenneth B. Anderson twist. I'm in for this. So cool. So those are my library books for this time around. I'm very excited about them, and I think I'm going to enjoy all of them. Yay for that. So that is my impromptu haul. Bye. Hello friends. It is now Wednesday. So it's been a couple of days since I last checked in. I've had a couple of really busy days. Not necessarily the same with work as usual, but I've been a lot of social stuff. So it means that on Monday I had colleagues from my work visiting. We had this thing in our department that all the girls from the apartment get together a couple of times a year, probably 2 to 3 times a year, and it includes also people who have been working there previously. If they want to still hang out with us, they are allowed to be there. And so I had 8 girls over for dinner on Monday, and so that took a lot of time. And I am also currently, this week we started on this thing called counting steps thing at my job. So because I have an office job, desk job kind of thing, there's a thing that you can try and be as active as possible during your day, so to make things better also at work and with yourself, your health, so that you don't get as much sick leave or whatever. So a lot of people sort of submitted themselves to this thing, including me, and that means that over a 14-day period I need to hit over 10,000 steps on 8 of those days at least. And so yeah, it's been a lot of hectic things, trying to fit in some longer walks and stuff over the days, which I've been used to it, but then I've started in the gym recently, and those don't really count in the same way. At least she says that it doesn't, but you can actually put it in a converter that will convert, if you were into the gym, how many steps would that have given you if you were walking or something like that. So anyway, so I've tried to go out for sort of a walk today. I went for a walk today, and now I'm on 10,922 steps, so I'm definitely okay with that. And yesterday I went for a training session after work and was a little bit beat when I came home, and watched a football match as well. And today one of the partners at my job had 25 years anniversary kind of thing with the job, so we had to sort of celebrate that with a little thing. We had a little bit to eat and then a drink, and then we had to leave because it was not like a party kind of thing. We also have work tomorrow and stuff, so, but it was a way to sort of say thank you for good work, thank you for whatever you've given to the company over the past 25 years. So we did that, and then I went for a walk afterwards. And so now it is almost 8 p.m. and I wanted to check in with an update of my reading. I haven't been reading as much as I thought I would because of these social gatherings, but I am closing in of the halfway point of my Danish fantasy book. It's interesting. I'm very it's okay. I don't think I'm super into the main character. I have my gripes with her, but on the other hand, I find it interesting. So yeah, and it reads pretty fast when I'm reading it. I've also made progress on Night Shadow by Gry Jensen, which is my audio of the week, or when I'm home. I know I'm further than this because I have just been listening to it while I was doing some diamond painting for like half an hour ish. But I earlier today after my walk, I was at 175 pages into it. So definitely made some progress, and I'm happy about that. So yeah, I've also made progress on Witnessing Death. I am closing in on the halfway point on that one. I think, I'm not sure, I think I'm about 5-6 hours into it. It's a little difficult because it doesn't say how far I am, so I have to sort of calculate how much do I think I've listened to this now today. And I do know that it takes about close to 20 minutes driving to work. So I know to and from from work to back to home is about 40 minutes, but if I have like a little extra, if I have to go shopping, grocery shopping, if I have to go to the gym to train, I have a couple of minutes late more. And yeah, so it's a little bit difficult timing and figuring out how much you've listened, but I'm really enjoying it, so that's what counts, isn't it? So that is all good. I've also listened to a little bit of 4 Past Midnight, but I still haven't listened to it so much that I can tell you very much about it. It's really strange. It's as if it doesn't really stick with me, so I don't know what's happening with that. I think it's something to do with the narrator, and I don't really like his voice. But I also just can't read this because it's so long. I can't fit that into my reading, so I don't know what to do about that, but I'll try and see if I can't get more on board with it over the day tomorrow. We'll see how it goes and if I can say something more about it. It's just something about the narration style that I'm not super into. So those are my bookish update for now. I have a package of books on the way here. I'm really looking forward to it. One of them is the Terry Pratchett book. I bought it at a Danish retail store because I couldn't find it used, so I bought the next 2 new from the Danish retailer thing, so along with a couple of other books, and the 3 of the 4 books that I've ordered are on the way here. The other one is out of stock kind of thing at the supplier, so they're waiting for it to come in. I've also bought some secondhand books from awesomebooks.com, so I'm looking forward to seeing what will happen with that, because last time I ordered something from there, it got caught in the border control, because there are new restrictions since July 1st that every time you buy something outside of your own country in the EU, you have to pay taxes or something like that, no matter how big it is, or outside of Europe, and so awesomebooks.com sends from England, Britain, so I don't know what's gonna happen. I hate the Brexit rule, man. It's just gonna really, yeah, and it's super annoying because I don't know where I can buy used books because they don't have as good a selection, or maybe they will, but I don't know. But at least I found out that I'm using the Danish retail store for the newer books, and that's fine. I don't mind that at all. And there's also a Swedish brand called Alchemist or something like that. That is good, but it's a little pricier to get it here than the Saxo one for me. So I'm currently sticking to Saxo and for the majority of my orders of newer books, but just wish I could find somewhere to buy used books that don't get caught in the border control. So and it's weird because it's one order, but it was wrapped in 2 packages, or actually 3, and the 2 of them was sent at the same time, but the 2 of them was sent with FedEx, and they got here without any mishap at all. And then there were the other package that got caught in the border control, and instead of me buying all of the books for, like, I don't remember what it was, but then they added 100 and something kroners for the shipping and handling, and an extra handling fee, so it got like 100 and almost 200 kroners on top of what I usually bought. I was like, yeah, that's annoying when the overall price wasn't really that big. So yeah, but that's life right now. I need to figure out what to do about that and see if I can get my way around it, or if I'm kind of hoping that some of those stores that has a lot of, like, they ship a lot of orders outside of Britain will have some sort of stock solution or something like that in Europe or something like that to avoid this, but I don't know if that's happening. It's weird because sometimes I've seen them being sent from, like, Portugal or something like that. So I don't know if they have some inventory there or something. This was my update for now. I am going to try and read something probably and watch a handball match. And I'll check in with you again later when I have more to say about the things that I've been reading. So, or something else. Ooh, I do want to show you something, so we can do that because I've been doing some diamond painting today. And I just wanted to show you how far I've gotten. I'm about halfway with it, I think. At least I have finished the colors up till here. And I'm currently working on the B kind of thing. That's the blue here. So it's coming along nicely, but I haven't been doing it for a long time. I've sort of had a break since, I want to say May or June, where I haven't really been doing anything of that, but now I kind of feel like doing it again and seeing if I can't finish it soon. It doesn't take me very long when I do sit down, but I can't sit down on a really long stretch of time either, because it will get me cricks in the neck and stuff. So I try to avoid sitting here more than half an hour-ish, 45 minutes, but I do enjoy it when I do, because it's very soothing. And once I've done with this, so I want to get started on some cross-stitching again. I forgot if I've actually shown you this, but I got a new cross-stitching pattern along with the diamond painting quite a long time ago now, but I'm hoping that I can do this and be a little bit more and do it a little faster. It is this pattern kind of thing, so it's an owl. It has colored fabric before, so it's easier to see. I don't know how, I've never used that before, because otherwise I've only have Christmas motifs, and then I have tried working on the cross stitching from my nephew, but I've sort of gotten out of that, and I didn't really enjoy doing that pattern or something like that. So we'll see if this one doesn't get better. I don't know, but it's nice having done something different. I do like being creative. I'm not good at, for instance, knitting or crocheting is not something that I am good at yet, and I can't really fully relax with it. So I don't know, but I always enjoy doing the cross stitching, and I also enjoy this, and I think it's because they're quite similar in the way that it's built, but it's a lot quicker doing diamond painting than it is cross stitching. So yeah, but this was my update for now. I will talk to you later. Bye. Hello friends, it is Sunday the 12th of September. I wanted to check in with an update of my reading. I haven't read as much this past week as I thought I would. I've only finished one book in September so far, but it's also because some of the books that I'm working on are pretty big. I mean, one of the audios that I'm working on is 600 pages. But that is Night Shadow og Natskygge by Gry Kappel Jensen. I am this far into it now, so I've read more than half of it. I have about 3 hours left of the audio, and I'm so enjoying this. I think this is my favorite in the series so far. It's really wrapping up everything. It makes me so sad that this hasn't been translated yet. I think it would do really well internationally. This is also perfect for this season. I think that it's quite dark fantasy, and it explores a lot of darker magic, underworld magic, or underworlds in general, and death and spirits and stuff like that. And that way it works really well in the autumn months, I believe. It follows these 4 girls who are going to this boarding school in Denmark, and it is a magic school where they are taught magic. And at this point in time, a lot of things has happened. But now they have sort of found out who killed this person back in quite a long time ago, who has been haunting them, and they've tried to figure out who the murderer was, and now they know that, and it's not as easy to just get everything wrapped up as they thought it would be. And yeah, things are happening, and it's really interesting. On the back here it just says 4 girls, 4 destinies, and a hunt for the truth. It says Camilla, Christine, Victoria and Malou has, after 2 hectic years in Rosenholm boarding school, found out who back in the 80s killed a young girl named Trine, but nothing is over yet. Soon they will find out that the darkness seeks deeper and deeper than they first thought. And bite for bite, they have to solve the riddle that rests upon deeply underneath the Rosenholm's walls. before it's too late, and I think it sums up pretty much what's going on in this, and I'm super enjoying it. Like, really, I think the first part was amazing. The second part was from Malou's perspective only. The other three girls have sort of been separated from her. She's still in the boarding school, the other girls are elsewhere. And I wasn't as into that. It was still pretty interesting, but I wasn't as into that. But now they've sort of come together again, and it's just wrapping up. I'm really excited about where this is going. And the other book that I'm working on is another Danish fantasy book that is called The Queen's Memories. And I am on page 239 out of about 300, so I have about 70 pages left. I'm definitely going to be finishing that today. I'm also pretty far into Witnessing Death by J.D. Robb, which is the 10th book in the In Death series, and I am also super enjoying this one. I didn't realize how much I would enjoy it. I'm just currently boiling some water for yeah, I'm about to make lunch. So this is probably not the best place to talk right now. Anyway, Witnessing Death by J.D. Robb. I'm really enjoying it. I don't know exactly how much I have left. I think the track sort of follows the chapters, and I checked to see how many chapters there was in this book, and it says there's like 22 chapters. And last time I checked, we were on track 19. So if it does that, then I'm about 85% into the book. So yeah, hoping to finish it one of the next coming days. I don't think I'll finish it today because I'm only listening to it in my car, and that is also why I haven't finished it, because I'm so enjoying it, and also because that she's speaking in this normal voice. She speaks a lot, really slow, and yeah, so, but I'm super enjoying it, and I've forgotten how much I enjoy this series, and I'm so happy I picked this up, and it's definitely going to be a high rating. I think it might even be 5 stars at this point, because I'm just super happy to be back with these characters, and it explores so many different things, and that I enjoy about this series, and I've come to enjoy about them, and the mystery is also really interesting. Anyway, so yeah, those are the currently working on books, and I wanted to share with you a parcel. I actually also want to share with you some books that I picked up yesterday. So let's start out with that, and with those books, and then I'll unbox the last parcel as well. I know I should have waited with the other parcel, but I could wait. So I bought 2 Terra Pratchett books because these are the only ones I need in order to be able to finish the Discworld series by the end of the year. Next one I have to pick up, that is I Shall Wear Midnight by Terra Pratchett. This is the next Tiffany Aching book. There's also Raising Steam, which I believe is the next Moist von Lipwig book. Or definitely an Industrial Revolution, but I think it's Moist von Lipwig. And last and final, a newer release, I think it was released in August, and that is Velvet Was the Night by Silvia Miranda Garcia. I'm really looking forward to reading this at some point. I've heard really excellent things about it from those who has already read it, so I'm looking forward to seeing if I'm just as happy with the story. So those are the 3 books that I picked up yesterday. And in the same order, I also bought this one, and it said that it was out of stock for a while, and then suddenly it could have been shipped at the same time, and it was almost had been arriving at the same time, but it wasn't. So it is the next book in the Alpha and Omega series. Like, apparently these books only comes in this shorter edition. I don't know, or maybe it's just the only one I've come across so far. But the second book in that book series is called The Hunting Ground. I don't think Alpha and Omega is as good as the Mercy Thompson books, but I still am enjoying them enough that I want to know what's going to happen with Anna and Charles and the rest of that pack. And hopefully as the books goes along, I'll come to enjoy them a little bit more. But that's all that I have to say for right now. I will check in with you again later with another reading update. I still have to film my wrap up of the week, so I'll do that probably now, and then yeah, See ya. Hello friends, it is Tuesday evening, so I wanted to do an update because I haven't updated in a couple of days. I have finished 2 books since I last spoke to you, I believe. When I updated last, did I update you on Sunday? Because I finished my Danish fantasy book, Dronningens Erindringer, on Sunday, and I don't remember if I checked in with an update. In case I didn't, let's just talk quickly about it. I ended up giving it 3 out of 5 stars. It's not that it was a bad book, it's just I think the characters themselves lacked a little bit, and I didn't feel an urge to pick it up. And it's only a 300-page book, and it took me a whole week to read it. But it was interesting because it was following an interesting magic system. It was an interesting world, and I kind of liked that aspect of it, but there was something about the characters that lacked a little bit, and that's why I ended up giving it 3 out of 5 stars. Otherwise, I have also been listening. I finished 2 audiobooks. The first audiobook that I finished was yesterday. I finished Natskygge, which is by Gry Kabel Jensen, and I ended up loving this completely. I actually teared up a lot towards the end. It was a little bit emotional when it came to the end, and I was really happy I read it, and I'm happy I took time out of the month to listen to this. I'm happy I took time out of the month to listen to this because I had just gotten it in from the library. It wasn't part of my original TBR, but it's actually going to be working really well with the Novice Path Readathon, the Aurelium Magical Readathon, because it's definitely had a lot of paranormal elements to it, and not paranormal but supernatural and ghosts and spirits and stuff, and that is one of the challenges to read as a thriller or suspense or book with a supernatural elements. I believe, I think that's what it is, and that's the one I read for past midnight for. And so I actually made a lot of progress on that today, but I don't know if I'm going to switch to some of the other books and see if I can get through those first, and then go back to For Past Midnight afterwards and see how far I get to that. But it's nice to know that I finished something that I could work for that prompt, so I don't have to stress about For Past Midnight now. But I ended up giving it 5 out of 5 stars. It was such a perfect ending to the series, and I'm so sad it's not translated. I really wish I could recommend it off to you guys, because I think a lot of you would probably really enjoy it, because it was so good. And today I also finished Witness in Death by J.D. Robb, the 10th book in the In Death series, and I'm really happy I read that one as well. It's such a good book. It really just improved on all of the character developments, and Eve is just such an interesting character. She has so much to her. It's because of her background. She's really fragile, but she doesn't show it to anyone because she's in this tough position as a police detective. And then we have Rourke, who's sort of able to see through her sort of harsher side, obviously, and they're obviously married, so they know each other in a deeper level. But I love all of the different small relationships in this, and it just makes it such a fun read, and I'm looking forward to keep reading on in the series. I like the balance of the rough edge, the mystery elements, and Eve's background, which is difficult to read about, and when she's talking about certain elements of it, is obviously not enjoyable at the time, but it's something that builds upon Eve's character in a way that, I mean, I like how far she's gotten at this point. And then there's the humorous, fun banter between all of the characters we have in this. That's really a good balance, and I love it. And so yeah, also a 5 stars. So I'm super happy with my 2 finished reads this week so far. And I have started on Ruin by John Gwynne, but I'm only like 45 pages into it. But I started on it, and I'm contemplating whether I should do something else, but we'll see how it goes over the next coming days. I think it's difficult because when I'm having these days where I don't have much time to read, I feel so let down when I finish and I've only read like 25 pages, because I've only been reading for like I think it was 30 minutes or something like that. I don't know how much I was reading. So yeah, I know I could have read for like an hour and I would have been further, but I don't know what it was about it. I don't know if I should try a different book. Maybe read something in Ignite the Stars instead. But I just also really want to read this, kinda. But this weekend, on Friday, I have off from work, so I'll probably get in an hour and a half in the morning, and I could probably get somewhere with it. And I just know that once I'm into it, I'm into it. So it's just a matter of me taking some time off to read from it a little bit every day. That would be better than nothing. But on the other hand, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. I don't think I'm gonna finish it by the end of the month at this point. Oh no. So I decided to pick up another library book that I added to my bed because I want to read something before bed, and I wanted something light and something fun. So I went back to my graphic works. I used to always read some graphic work. Once, as I was going to bed, as I was trying to fall asleep, and I thought that Heartstopper would be a good one to go for. I know it's one that's probably going to be due at the library first. I don't think I'll be able to renew this one, but I think I will be able to renew my Fullmetal Alchemist, maybe Saga, we'll see. But definitely not this one. I think it's too popular, and that's the same with Natskygge, I believe, the one that I just finished, and that's also why I picked it up immediately, because I wanted to read it, and I'm really happy I did. So yeah, this was my update for now. I'm going to be going to bed now, and I'll just talk to you again soon, hopefully, and let you know more about my reading. So yeah, see ya, bye. Hello friends, it is Thursday evening. I'm just drinking a sports cola. It looks like a beer, but it is a soda. It's one of my favorites after regular Coca-Cola. Actually, my favorite cola is Pepsi Twist, but we can't get that in Denmark, so I only get that when we're at the border. But this is my second favorite in Denmark anyway. It tastes like, you know, the popsicles, those frozen popsicles, I think that's what you call them. The white ones. And when you finish it, like the melted stuff that you have left over, that's what it tastes like. Anyway, I wanted to check in with a reading update. I finished 2 books today, so I wanted to talk a little bit about that. The first thing that I finished was yesterday. I finished Heartstopper Volume 1. It was so stinking cute. I really enjoyed my time reading this. I wasn't sure if I was going to be enjoying it as much as everyone else seems to do, but I thought it was so cute. I couldn't stop reading it. So when I started it, I read it in 2 sittings, because I'm not the one who always just reads until the end, especially if I'm tired. But it was so cute. It follows this boy named Charlie, who's gay, openly gay. He was bullied a lot in the beginning when people found out about it, but now he is just accepted, more or less. I mean, at least people, they know about it and they just leave him be. But then one day, this other guy named Nicholas, sorry, I don't know why that name kept getting out of my head. But he instantly becomes really great friends with this boy named Nicholas, who is straight. Or at least he thinks he's straight. And then as things progresses, you figure out that he might be bisexual. Or there's more to it. At least he has a difficult time accepting his feelings that he suddenly has for Charlie. And that is sort of the thing. But their personal friendship and relationship that grows over this volume was just so cute, and I really want to read the next volumes. I think they both have volume 2 and 3 at the library as well, so I'm really looking forward to being able to get a hold of that. So I'm happy I did pick this up. It was a quick read. It was nice having something quick to finish. And another book that I finished was yesterday I decided to start on Crepes of Wrath by Sarah Fox. I keep forgetting her name. I don't know why. I don't feel very good about it. This is the first book in the series called The Pancake House Mystery, and it follows this girl called Marley, whose cousin, who's like sort of older, is hospitalized, and she is asked to sort of look after his pancake house while he is hospitalized. But then one day he's found murdered, and things obviously change, and she has to it was also a relative to the murdered victims, who was deemed guilty because she was said to inherit some money from him, and so she looked like she could be a suspect even though she wasn't, and someone is trying to frame her. And then obviously Marley knows that that can't be true, and so she's trying to figure out what's really going on, and as she digs deeper and deeper into it, obviously things get more and more intense, and people are breaking into his old house where Marley is staying at this present time, as well as now Marley is actually inheriting the pancake house as well. So it's very interesting. I ended up really enjoying it. I basically picked out this cozy mystery because the narrator of the audios is narrated by Margaret Gavin, who I've come to really enjoy. She is the narrator of the Hollow books by Kim Harrison, so I've come to enjoy her narration style, and also recently listened to another fantasy, sort of urban fantasy type, dragons. Oh, sorry. With dragons, and so I thought she would be good with any kind of audio. I just dropped a book. I thought she would be good with any type of audio, so that's why I ended up going with that one, and I ended up enjoying it a lot. I don't know what my rating is. Heartstopper is totally a 5 stars. I don't know if I could give it anything else, but I think this might be a 4 stars. I was really intrigued into the mystery. I was really into the characters, and I thought it was really well told and written. So I enjoyed myself, and I read it in 2 days, so it was definitely a quick read, and also I enjoyed it. I wasn't sure if I was going to finish it today, but when I came home from work, I had only half an hour left, and I was going to go on a walk anyway, and I was like, I have now tomorrow off from work, and I also have Monday off from work, so it would be 4 days before I get back to listen to the last half hour, and I thought I would get out of the groove of the book. So I decided to listen to the remainder of the book and finishing it off today. And then after that I did pick up When We Were Magic. I already started it on the other day, so I just read on a little bit. So I'm on page 49. So I'm not very far into it, but I figure I'll be listening to this quite a bit over the next coming days when I'm doing stuff here at home. But I had a really strange day today. I was thinking I was going to be reading a lot from like a physical book. I should be reading something from this. But then when I came home and I was about to cook, I found that my oven didn't work correctly. So suddenly I had to rethink everything in terms of food. And I had to go to the grill to get something so I could actually have dinner. And then my dad came around to look at the oven to figure out what was going on, and he thinks that it's just the hot air. I don't know what you call it. You have different settings. It doesn't work when you put it on the most common used setting that you'd use with the air ventilators inside the oven. Then it doesn't heat up. So, but I can apparently use regular over and under heat. Yeah, I don't know. I can use that. So it works, but it doesn't work. So I don't know if I'm going to have to buy a new oven. I didn't expect that right now. I already have problems with my dishwasher, so maybe I'll have to just switch both out at the same time when I'm there anyway. But I didn't figure I needed to do that, so we'll have to see. So those are my bookish updates. I haven't been reading anything tonight. I've just been so out of it. It's so weird to think about tomorrow I'm gonna go pick up a cat. I'm really looking forward to that. It's gonna be exciting. I don't have a specific cat. I've been looking at their site, but I was afraid of getting attached to a specific cat on there and it was not really, like, it had been picked up by someone else when I get there. So I also haven't decided yet if I'm going to get a kitten, like just ready to be by itself kind of thing, or an older cat, not old, but like a couple of years old. The benefits of having one that's a little older is that I don't have to do a lot of raising the cat. It would already have been raised a bit by people. So, but the benefits of having kittens is that they're cute, and I get to like raise them and everything. So I'm going to be part of that for the so there are benefits to both. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll have to see. And we'll also have to see if I pick more than one. I believe I will only probably have one at first, but there's also something about getting 2 cats, and they can actually be together when I'm at work and stuff. And this was my update. It was rambly. I hope you also watched my video that came out yesterday. I've been working on it for quite a while. I'm really excited about it, but I'm not starting it until October, so I have a couple of weeks before that happens. Until then, I'll be trying to work on my books that I have on my TBR for the month, and see how that goes. Yeah, but this was my update for now. See you later. Welcome to you, Nala. Hi. She was named before I got her, so just decided to keep the name and not having to find a new one for her. But the weird thing is, my first cat was named Simba, so, and she looks a little bit like her. She's very playful and all over the place, and she's very cuddly when she wants to sleep. So So anyway, I just wanted to do a final update of what I've been doing over the past couple of weeks, because I think I want to end the vlog here. I don't know if I'm gonna finish any more books. Maybe I'll finish When We Were Magic tomorrow. I'm not sure. I am about 2/3 into it. My cat is a little bit all over the place. She doesn't really know. Sometimes she settles down for like 15 minutes and then she's running around the house again for like, and she found the toy again. Yeah. Anyway, so I made progress on Ruin yesterday. I don't know if I checked in, but I am 89 pages into it. So I read like 46 pages yesterday, but then I made a lot of progress on When We Were Magic, because I was listening to this while I was cleaning a little bit and building the cat tree, and I have a new shoe rack that I bought as well, and I had to build that. So it took a little bit of time. I haven't been reading anything this morning. I want to start and read something now, but the cat has been all over the place, and I don't know. I have to look after her constantly so that she doesn't eat something that's not good for her. So, okay. Okay, hi. Hi. Hi, hi. Hi. Ja, men jeg kan også godt lide dig. Hi. There she is. Anyway, this is everything for me from right now. I'll see you in a vlog again soon. I don't know if I'll just start vlogging again on Monday or what I'm planning on doing. But yeah, this was everything. Bye.